Hey guys, today I'm here with my book review of Asking It by Louise O'Neil, and I'm just going to read you the synopsis. It's the beginning of summer and Emma O'Donovan is 18 years old, beautiful, happy and confident. One night there's a party. Everyone is there. All eyes are on Emma. The next day she wakes up on the front porch of her house. She doesn't know how she got there. She doesn't know why she's in pain. But everyone else does. Photographs taken at the party show in great detail exactly what happened to Emma that night. But sometimes people don't want to believe what's right in front of them, especially if the truth concerns the town's heroes. A brave, bold and important novel about sexual consent and betrayal, victim blaming and truth in the age of the smartphone. So on to my review. I give this a 5 out of 5 stars. 18-year-old Emma O'Donovan has it all: looks, brains, a great group of friends, and a great social life. All that changes when she's found on her front doorstep, bruised and blistered, with no recollection of how she got there. She vaguely remembers a party the previous night and drinking copious amounts of booze, popping a pill and flirting her ass off. After that it is blank. When she returns to school the next day, it becomes very obvious that something big has happened. No one will talk to her, whispers and pointing fingers, and everyone seems to know what happened at the party. When she discovers a Facebook page with photographs of her from that night, she begins to realise that her life has just collapsed. But was she asking for it? I can honestly say that I have not read a book that affected me as much as this one did. I was so upset by the contents that my heart was pounding in anger. My hands ached from a clenched fist and my heart broke a little more with each page. I had to take a break halfway through, but read it within 4 hours. There was no way I could have put that away for another day. Louise O'Neil has taken the concept of consent and brought it to a fictional story, based on many real-life cases. Instead of setting the book in a big city or with older characters, she has used the cusp of adulthood for a protagonist, Emma, and shown how a young woman with a cocky, self-assured exterior can be an insecure child underneath it all. The 18-year-old has been complimented on her extraordinary beauty since she was a baby, and has learned to use this to her advantage. Her security and confidence means that she is the it girl. Everyone wants to be her friend, her lover, just to be near her. She gets away with a lot because of this. She can be a real bitch to her friends, uses people for her own gain, and helps herself to what she believes she deserves. However, the minute she closes the door to her own home, she reverts to childlike behaviour with her mother. Pressing her pressure points, she is constantly reminded by her mother of her need to maintain her posse and her on a princess on her beauty, while her father places her on a princess pedestal. She wants it all. Her whole life she has had it all. The party is another example of her need to be queen bee. She desires attention from men and women. She thinks the girls should want to be like her, while the men should crave her. Add alcohol and drugs into the mix, and things very quickly descend into the stuff of nightmares. The novel starts off like a typical YA book: friends hanging out, classroom chats, after-school chats, and online banter. A host of characters are introduced very quickly, and there is a balance of males and females. The night of the party changes the book's direction, and the reader is sucked into the very real and raw events that occur on that fateful night. There is no easy way to describe the pain I felt in my gut at this stage. It was a bit like when you receive some terrible news and your breathing and heart rate shift, leaving a lump in your throat and pain in your soul. Sure, Emma was not a likeable character, especially when drunk. Sure, she was flirty, cunning, and out to get what she wanted. But that does not make it right, ever. It is irrelevant. What she wore with another mainstay character, or even mentioning that she owned the same dress, or whether she had previous sexual relationships, quite simply, she did not consent. O'Neil cleverly uses an unlikable character to bring that point home. There is no excuse for rape or sexual assault. The second half of the book examines Emma's life a year after the event. This is almost as distressing as the party scene. As the reader sees their world collapse along with the rest of her family, the accused are experiencing things very differently to the victim, and the rural community are taking sides. The writing is sharp, honest, brutal, and shows how backward the world is in coming forward. This is a book marketed as YA, yet should be read by everyone over 16 years of age, regardless of gender, to highlight the injustice of our legal system, our outdated attitudes to women, and encourage discussion of what is consent. An outstanding book not to be ignored, for the sake of females everywhere, present, and future generations. And that is my review of Asking for It by Louise O'Neil. And now I've read this one, I would really love to reread Only Ever Yours and do a review of Only Ever Yours. So I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.